Was nominated by the Tipperary Association in Dublin, which is an organisation of Tipperary people in exile. And they nominate somebody every year for this award on the basis of something that they have done that enhances in some way to the image of Tipperary, or does credit to Tipperary. And they, obviously in their wisdom, decided that the issues particularly that I have talked about and probably highlighted over the last decade was worthy of the award. And
prison service, I mean, you arrive in the prison service straight from the country.
Yeah.
What relevance did you have to the people from mainly urban areas who reside in prisons?
Well, I was young, I suppose, and that was a help because communication was pretty easy. We were probably talking a different tongue and a different language in some ways, but what I found very early on was that some of the values that I had probably instilled into me from my growing up in the country. Very basic principles of compassion and understanding and concern for people that had certainly stood to me when I began to find my feet, as it were, into prisons. And certainly when I became a governor in 1984, I found that my approach was certainly in some ways reciprocated by those who I was responsible for keeping in custody.
But you suffered the accusation of being a very soft governor.
Well, I don't think it is soft at all in relation to how I operate or how I see the whole system. I see the first thing I believe in is that everybody that ends up in prison is a human being and is a product of our society. And sometimes society, and particularly again laterally, when all the hype is on, and genuine and good reasoned hype on about violent crime, society is inclined to respond to the old-fashioned approach, which is knee-jerking, and which is punishment orientated and obsessed. And my view is that, that we, all of us as members of society, have got to accept responsibility for the people we create into society that we have. We can't disown them. The people that commit the horrific crimes don't come from Mars. They're our own people. And indeed, when most of our vicious crimes are solved, when they are solved, we discover that they are often neighbours' children. And that puts back into focus the whole problem. The whole problem is a community problem, that we've got to take responsibility for the direction that our society is going in. And compassion and forgiveness is still and must be a key element in dealing with people.